If you have ever heard the powerfully energizing introduction of an MMA fight, then you have been fired up for the main event by the incredible Bruce Buffer. But outside of the Octagon, he is a brand master, clever entrepreneur, and someone who has a wide body of knowledge and experiences in unique business sectors. Bruce is also the brother of another famous voice, Mr. Michael Buffer, a brother he didn't even know he had until they were reunited as adults. I'm Damon Davis, and this is my Discovery Diary with the one and only Bruce Buffer. Bruce Buffer, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Damon. Thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure, man. Thank you so much for making time. I appreciate you being here.
My pleasure.
So I wanted to check in because you've obviously developed the main voice for the main event of MMA worldwide. You're one of the most recognizable voices in sports. How did you develop your signature style, and what does it mean to you to be such an integral part of the fan experience?
I take a lot of pride in it, something I always dreamed of, achieving this goal, and to be recognized as an individual for my voice, my physicality, the way I perform, my distinct style and the way I do it, because I don't stand still and just look at the camera and read the cards. With all respect to sports announcers all over the world, that I do have respect for everybody. I take a lot of pride in being recognized for who I am and as an individual. And after being in this business for 29 years come February as the Octagon announcer for the UFC, to be recognized as one of the faces of the UFC, and I always say the show is not about me. It's about the fighters and the fans, of course, who deserve everything they get to for their hard-earned money to buy their tickets and watch the pay-per-views and everything else. I'm there as a media mercenary. Dana White, the powers that be, point, and I shoot. And I just take great pride in doing what I do.
I love that. That's really amazing. And I love that you pointed out the fact that it's not just a stand and talk, it's a performance, right? You actually have to get engaged. You have to get the crowd around you. You have to rile them up, and that probably takes you getting riled up too. Tell me a little bit about this pressure that is the performance and how you get yourself electrified to really deliver in the Octagon.
I wake up on the day of the show. I prepare for the day of show. I train. I try to eat correctly, stay in shape, stay healthy. Traveling the world, trust me, you have no idea when I've been not feeling well doing a show or blown out back, no ACL in my leg that I blew out the night before 3 shows in a row, on and on, flu, laryngitis, whatever. The fighters are fighting. I'm going out there and doing what I do, and I can always turn to and honor the fighters with the best performance and the best, most passion and physicality and voice power I can give them. I just love going out and doing my job. And when I get there and I walk out and feel the energy of the crowd in the arena, it jacks me up. And the more energy they give me, the more energy I'll give them. And I never institute a fist bump to fighters or whatever. They come to me, right? And I fulfill them. I had a show last week on Saturday night. The fighter came up to me, grabbed the back of my head, and put his forehead on my forehead as I was saying his last name. I wasn't about to go like that. Okay, that's fine. As long as you don't punch me, it's all good.
That's amazing. I love that. That's really cool too, because that signifies their respect for you as part of the entirety of the performance and the process. That's
which
really,
is,
really cool.
Yeah, which I'm sorry to interrupt you, David,
That's
but
okay.
that's something I take highly to heart.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would imagine too, when you're out and about, you are as famous as one of the fighters, right? I'm sure you get a lot of fan engagement when you're out in the street as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no privacy anymore, Damon.
It's
UFC is very popular all over the world. And when I think I have privacy, I don't have any privacy.
That's funny. Let me ask you a different question. When you were at Mega Success this year, you talked a lot about some of your entrepreneurial endeavors. You've got product lines in a variety of areas. Just talk a little bit about some of the products that you're involved with. And then I'd love to know what made you decide that you wanted to step out and utilize your brand in ways that were going to bring you entrepreneurial success as well.
You start from a base, which is really is the Octagon. You build out of that, just like I mentioned at JT Foxx's seminar. What is your base? Build out of it, build your brand out of it. And there's many areas in my situation in show business with its time, which is a registered trademark in Canada and very popular. People hire me, whether it's Dominion Lending Company up there, the mortgage company, do their commercials, and they use this time in their advertising. Product-wise, my cologne, which will be in Canada soon, the It's Time cologne. I've always wanted my own toiletry line. I came out with this amazing cologne that is a top seller on Amazon, Puncher's Chance Bourbon. I love fine bourbon. This is my bourbon that's selling very well all across the country, and I've got 6 different varieties of it out.
That's cool.
I
What's it called? Butcher's
Puncher's Chance.
Puncher's Chance. I love that.
One punch can change your life. And also, too, the It's Time energy drink, which will be in Canada next year. This
Really
is a
cool.
very good energy drink. It's not got all the crap that most all energy drinks have in it. It's full of vitamins, amino acids, caffeine from whole green coffee beans from Brazil. It's an energy drink, but I can't use the word healthy because you're not allowed to say that about energy drinks. But I will say that it's very good. No sugar, 15 calories a can. And I'm 2 years in developing this with
That's
different
amazing.
flavors. But these are things that I want to do. I can go on and on. I've got toilet. If you go to itstimebb.com, you'll see all the toiletries and the cologne, which you probably can order and have shipped to Canada off the website.
Oh, that's cool. Very
But
cool.
yeah. So that and the cameos. One thing I do a lot, excuse me, I do a lot of videos and audios, championship introductions, birth of babies, weddings. People go to brucebuffer.com where they can order them through there, or just go to Cameo, where I do all different kinds of videos except weddings. I do those only through brucebuffer.com because I want to be in a tuxedo and in front of a green screen, and I can put images behind me and promote your business. I can celebrate your birthday, celebrate your wedding, your anniversary. Some
That's
people
amazing.
even had me announce their eulogy, whatever.
That's really cool, man. I love that. I've been told that I have a radio voice, and I've
You
always
do.
wondered, what are the opportunities? How do you utilize that in your sort of alternate ways of using your voice outside of the octagon are really cool.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a variety of different ways. And I love making money like anybody else, but I love doing what I love to do. And I
Yeah.
love making people happy. And if my videos or the audios, which are less expensive, make them happy, and I could charge a lot more for them, but I don't.
Yeah.
But
That's really
I'm
cool.
in this
That's
business to make money
special.
like anybody else, but I'm also in this business to pay it forward and to help people in charitable ways too.
I love that. That's incredible. I'd love to turn to a little bit more of a personal story for you, if you don't mind,
Sure.
between you and your brother.
Yeah.
So it's my understanding that you and your brother didn't grow up together, didn't know each other, and there was a bit of a reunion between you. Do you mind just sharing a bit of that story? I'm adopted, so these kinds of stories are really sensitive to me.
Very cool. Michael Buffer, legendary greatest announcer of all time, known for Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I did not grow up with him. At 28 years old, I discovered watching boxing on TV. This debonair, handsome man came out, changing the world of announcing with his Let's Get Ready to Rumble phrase. And then they came on his name, Buffer, on the screen. And I'm like, who's this guy? I mean, I own telemarketing companies. I never saw my name in any phone book in the United States. Lo and behold, long story cut short, people are stopping me on the street asking me, is that your brother? Yada, yada. And I go, no, my brother's Brian, who I grew up with my whole life. And we wound up meeting. My dad admitted to me when he was 20 during World War II, he went overseas to do his part. And during the 9 months he was gone, he had got married before he went, and a child was born during that 9 month period. And he came back, divorce ensued. And the last time he saw his son was when he was 2.5, and his son was named Michael. Michael was raised by foster parents, but not formally adopted, and was raised under the name of Huber. But when he went in the army when he was 20 years old, they said, your birth certificate says you're Buffer. Your name is not Michael Huber, it's Michael Buffer. And had that not happened, I wouldn't be here talking to you, because 4 years after I met him and we got together, I became his manager and partner. And I wanted to trademark that 5 words of air, let's get ready to rumble, and make it into the most famous brand in the world, spoken by people and part of American culture. And that's exactly what I set out to do. And I did it with Michael as a team. And after that, I got into the world of announcing when I started with the UFC 29 years ago, come
That's
February.
incredible.
So it's a
Really
long
cool.
story. I have my own biography. It's time.
Awesome.
And this was published in Canada. It's not, I don't think it's on the shelves anymore because 10 years ago, but you can go on to Amazon or eBay and get used copies for $5, $10 or whatever. But I mean, I go really in depth into the story I just told you there, along with other stories about my family and the UFC. And it's a motivational book I wrote and got great reviews, very proud of it. Probably getting close to the time to write another one called It's Time Again.
It's time again. What will be different in this one? That was the first one was motivational. What's going to be different in the next one?
Oh, it'll still be motivational. It's 10 years since I wrote that. There's a lot that's happened in the last 10 years.
Give me one or two top lessons learned since that last book that you're just like, now that I'm a little older, I'm glad I know this.
I think I learned a lot then, and I've just been practicing the same principles, which is goal setting, consistency, believing in yourself, paying it forward, being a role model to your sphere of influence. The 3-foot theory, I like everybody around me to be happy, healthy, and make as much money as they can. And it'll all come back to me. It's kind of an unselfish attitude. But I am competitive, and I always want to be number one when I can. And if, you know what, if I'm number two, number three, like I say in my podcast, whatever, as long as I know I did the best I could do, then I'm winning, performing at my best.
That's fantastic. Wonderful place to end it. Bruce Buffer, thank you so much for being here, man. This was really fantastic. Take care, okay?
You're very welcome. If anybody wants to know more, just go to brucebuffer.com, and all my stuff is there. I'm an open book.
Brucebuffer.com. We'll find it all. Take care, sir. Thanks so much for your time.